Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, staff, students and parents, to this very special event to bid farewell to Mr. James. Thank you very much for joining us today, and this is going to be an opportunity to celebrate James's time at the school, to recognise his achievement and to bid him a fond farewell as he and his family move from KTJ back to the UK. So I'm just going to maximise my screen now and minimise Chris and James, but they will be back to join us later. But if you have any messages for Mr. James as we're going along this evening, please do share them via the chat function. That is set to private, so not everyone will be able to see your comments, but Mr. James will be able to see them and read them, and I'm sure he'd very much value hearing from you. So the agenda for this evening is I have a few things to say about Mr. James, and I will move on to that in a moment. Following that, there's a series of videos which we'll be showing, 4 short videos in total. After that, Mr. Chris will say a few words, and then we'll pass over to Mr. James for his response and to give him an opportunity to say goodbye to everyone. So Mr. James has been at the school for 3 years, and I think what first brought him to Malaysia was having been here on holiday and thinking it might be a very good place to live. And I'm sure he has found it to be an amazing place to live and work. When we look at the primary school, we can see a number of physical changes that James has made to the primary school, such as you walk in at reception, the indoor play area in the early years, and of course he's done a lot of work on planning for the sports hall, which should have broken ground in May, but of course had to be delayed because of COVID-19. That is something that we'll be coming back to very soon, and James has had a lot of impact on the design for that building, which is going to be a great asset for the primary school and for the school as a whole. But when I think about James and his impact on the school, I think more about the non-physical impact that he has had. I think about the inclusive nature of the primary school as a community where everyone feels welcome. This is seen in the support and in the involvement of parents in the school in events such as discos and bazaars, where there seems to be a huge amount of goodwill coming from parents and families of students. But he's also had a huge impact in terms of the teaching and learning in the primary school and the way that IPC is approached, the way that science is approached, and overall with the curriculum and the planning for that curriculum. But I think what I most will remember about James is James as a colleague, as a member of our senior leadership team. He took a lead in the strategic plan for the school, the Vision 2030, which I'm sure many of you have seen, which is on our website, and is a really amazing and visionary piece of work, which is going to see the school through the next 10 years. And so for the next 10 years, James will continue to have an influence on the school. Now, what you see in the published document is quite a small document, but there's a huge amount of work that went into that and stood behind that, and the sorts of systems and procedures that James developed in order to ensure that process could happen was extremely impressive. I'll also remember James for our one-to-one meetings, and we actually have quite a similar sense of humor. We've spent a lot of time talking about the sort of television programs we like to watch, and shared some interesting jokes over the years. But also we've talked a lot about strategic thinking and about leadership, and I've really valued those opportunities. And we've both been able to help each other, to mentor each other, and to coach each other, and that's something that I've really valued. Finally, I'll remember James as a leader of the primary school and as someone who's been incredibly inclusive and has brought lots of people in and coached them and mentored them and seen them through to the next stage in their development. And that's something we'll hear a little bit more about as we go on to the videos. So James, from me, it's a big thank you for everything that you've done for KTJ. I will say a little bit more at the end, but I'm now going to move on to the first of our videos. So just give me a moment to get this started for you. Hi James, well here we are in KTJ Primary School, taking one last look around with you and remembering some of the really good times about the primary school.
Hi James, we're also looking forward to sharing a range of different videos and a tour around the school. I really hope you enjoy it. Well James, as you know, this is where you start your school day every morning. It's such a reassuring and welcoming place. When parents arrive with their children each day, you really do help to make them have a really positive start to the day. So I know that we're all going to miss this each morning. You're giving high fives, you're giving welcoming to the children. It's a really, really fantastic way to start the day.
Well, here we are in the primary school office, and this is really the beating heart of the primary school. This is where everything happens, and this is really your command ship, James. From here you were able to control everything, and you had a very firm handle on the tiller, even if sometimes you had to use one or two things to help you.
Hi James, well a place where you know very well is your office. You've made so many important decisions and this has been sort of really where lots of the really important changes have begun that happened in the primary school. It's always such a welcoming place. I know the staff feel really comfortable to be able to come and discuss things and present ideas and have a chat with you. But personally, you know, I've been so grateful that you've been kind enough to open up your office space, perhaps against your better judgment. But that's really enabled me and you to have some really great conversations about the school, and it's been a real sort of strength and positive over the last few months. And I certainly will miss you offering to make me that cup of coffee every morning, so thank you. So James, one of the huge impacts that you've had on the school is the development, not only of the people inside it, but also the facilities. Stood out here outside of the early years outdoor learning area, you were integral to the development of that. And not only that, the development of the ROP and the room rooms, the football field, and of course, you know, we're all so excited for the development of the primary school sports hall as well. So thank you for all of your input into the facilities here.
So here we are in the room room, and of course this is where the KTJ Primary School community comes together, whether it's for assemblies or entry and exit points. And I think, James, one of the things you've achieved at the primary school is to really make it feel like a community, bringing staff, students and parents together. So here we are in the central courtyard of the primary school. And of course this is where the action happens every day. This is where we see children playing, and it's where we also hold special events such as the Deepavali Disco. And for me, and I'm sure also for you James, it is the area of the school where I most like to be. It's where I'm always reminded of why I went into teaching. Well James, this is it. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you for absolutely everything you've done for KTJ Primary School and for KTJ School as a whole. We'll really miss you. We wish you well as you move on to the next stage of your life back in the UK. But thank you so much.
Yeah, just to reiterate what Glenn said there, James, you've been a huge figure in the primary school in terms of its development, and I want to thank you not only on behalf of all the staff but also personally for all your help and support you've given myself. Good luck back in the UK, and I'm sure we won't be a stranger.
Thanks James, bye!
Bye!
Hi James, I can't believe it's quite time to say goodbye yet. The last 3 years have flown by so fast. I can't believe it's already June. But first of all, I just want to say a big thank you for all your support and encouragement over the last 3 years. I've really enjoyed working with you and just your positivity and encouragement and support along the way, and just helping me to grow every year and be a better version of myself. So thank you for that. And I also just wanted to say a huge good luck for your future endeavours, whatever that may be. And I hope you enjoy being back in the UK with your family and friends. And yeah, do keep in touch. I know you'll be sorely missed at KTJ, and I know it was a big part of your life, so I think you're going to miss it too, but we'll all miss you. And yeah, just all the best and good luck. See you soon. Bye.
Hi Mr. James, just going to say thank you for your support in KTJ and wishing you well on your new adventure. Good luck.
Hi James, I just wanted to say a very, very big thank you for all your support that you've given me over the past 2 years. You have just given me so much good advice that's helped me in so many different areas, and I feel that I've really grown since I've gotten to know you, and I've just learned so much from you, and I really want to thank you for all of that. I've thoroughly enjoyed working with you and being on the PLT and enjoying our meetings together and sharing some of our social interaction time with school activities together. It really has been a privilege getting to know you. I do wish you and your family the best of luck as you move back to the UK, and I wish you only the best for the future. Thanks very much for everything. Take care. Bye.
James, I just want to wish you good luck moving back to the UK. It was you that I have to blame. Thank for bringing me out to Malaysia. It was you, of course, that persuaded me to come when I wasn't too sure. And actually, I do have to thank you because it turned out to be a great decision, as I'm sure your decision moving back to the UK will be. Of course, I will fulfill the request you asked me to do in looking after Mr. Chris in his new role. Good luck to you and the family. Hope you have a great time.
Thank you, Mr. James, for everything. I appreciate all your help. All the best to you. Bye.
Hi James, just to wish you a fond farewell. Thank you for all the support you've shown me over the last few years. Your kind words and the time you have for all the staff and the students will be sorely missed here at KTJ. I wish you all the best of luck for the future.
Thank you for being always a great support to us. Best wishes and good luck to you. You have always shown great leadership skills and trying to be part of our team. Have a great career ahead. Thank you.
Hi James, Mr. James. Sorry to hear that you're leaving KTJ, where you've had such an amazing impact on the community, improving the people's learning. Personal thank you from me for everything I learned from you and continue to do so. I just want to wish you and your family good luck in the next chapter of your journey, and I wish you farewell, and I'm sure you'll be successful in all your endeavours. Bye.
Hi James, I just wanted to say thank you so much for everything you've done, not only for me but also for the primary school as a whole. Since you've come, the primary school's gone from strength to strength, and you'll be really, really missed. So good luck in everything you do from now on, and I'm sure we'll keep in touch.
Hi Mr. James, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you for everything that you have done, especially in giving positive feedback, always looking on the bright side, encouragement to do things that you knew I could do when I don't see it myself. Putting up with me always being late with handing in the Star of the Week, and most importantly is giving a listening ear, especially when times weren't so good, and you did encourage me to look on the bright side, and get me through tough times. Right, so I wish you all the best on your next adventure, and we'll miss you in school, and hope I know everything will go well, and hope to see you back in Malaysia. Bye bye.
Hi James, we just wanted to say a really big thank you for all your hard work and your dedication to making KTJ such an amazing school. You have been so supportive and helpful during our time here.
We really appreciate the impact that you've had on learning in the primary school over the last few years, and know that you and your family are going to be really missed. All the best for the future, and please stay in touch.
Bye.
See ya.
Hi James, I just want to say thank you very much for all the help and support you've offered me this year. KTJ is certainly going to miss you with your sunny smile and your cheerful personality and great sense of humour. It's been a great year for me, and I really want to wish you luck in your new life, and it will be fantastic for you to be back in England, I'm sure, and it will be lovely to hear how you get on over there.
Hi James, this is just a quick message to say a huge thank you for all your help, support and guidance over the last 3 years. It's been really good working with you actually, and in particular I'll miss our productive yet entertaining PLT meetings. All the best on your return to the UK, stay healthy, keep smiling and stay in touch. Bye!
Hi James, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for all your hard work at KTJ and appreciate the support you have given me. It was great working with you, and you'll surely be missed. Wish you and your family all the best for the future. Bye!
Hi James, I just wanted to say a big thank you for all your years at KTJ. It's been a great pleasure working with you. Thanks for all your support, and I hope that you have a great time back in England. Wishing you all the best for you and your family. See you later. Bye.
Hi James. Well, I don't really think that saying a big thank you really captures everything that you have done over the last few years at KTJ, but I'm going to give it a shot. Thank you so much for firstly giving me my first big break, coming all the way out to Malaysia. Thank you for encouraging me and motivating and inspiring me every single step of the way. You have gone above and beyond, and you have allowed me to grow professionally and personally, and I cannot thank you enough. You have been such an inspiration, and KTJ has been really lucky to have you here. Whilst I'm really sad to say goodbye, I wish nothing but the best for you and your family, and I really do hope that we can keep in touch. Take care. Bye.
So thank you very much to the staff of KTJ Primary for that wonderful video. Okay, we're going to move on to a couple of other videos now, which have been produced with the help of the PTC, and particularly with the help of Ivy. And so thank you very much to them for that. Let's move on to the first one now, which is farewells from parents and students.
Hi everybody, I'm Iris, and I like about Mr. James is he reading nice stories to me and make me happy.
Hi Mr. James, I'm really going to miss you.
Dear Mr. James, I hope you know that I've enjoyed every single one of your student council meetings, and that I hope you have an amazing time in England. Bye. What I love most about Mr. James is always encouraging people to do the right things, and always has excellent solutions.
Hi Mr. James, I'm really sad you're leaving school. I think you're going to England. You're the first one who called me an author, and I really appreciate it. Here's the book I made for you. I'll give it to you when you're going. Love you. Bye.
Thank you so much for being part of KTJ for these few years. We are really going to miss you, especially all the early morning high fives with Benjamin all these years. I bet he's gonna miss you too.
What I like about Mr. James is that he is honest, he cares for the children, and he has a very kind personality.
I would like to say a big thank you for teaching me in year 4 and the rest of my school life. You always gave me great advices and you always told me not to give up.
What I love most about Mr. James is because he's a kind and nobleman person. He is very warm and welcoming because he introduced me at KTJ, which I most appreciate. He is the best principal that anybody could ever ask for.
Hi, Mr. James. Thank you for being such an awesome head teacher. I loved our IPC lessons together in year 2. I wish you all the best when you go to England.
Hi James, it's Jo. We just wanted to say thank you for all the work you've done at KTJ and working with you in the PTC with our team. We've had such a great time and you've been the most supportive head teacher ever. And we want to wish you all the best. Thank you so much for everything. Bye.
Hi James and Catherine, it was such a great pleasure knowing both of you. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for the school. We will miss you greatly and wishing you all the best in your future undertakings. Please keep in touch.
It's been a pleasure to get to know you for the past 2 years. It's such a short period of time, but I can see that you've done a lot for KTJ Primary. And I have to say that you are the most approachable head teacher that I've ever met.
I like the most of Mr. James that he is very friendly and greets people every day with a smiling face.
What I love most about Mr. James is how he's always trying new things to make the school a best place.
The thing I like most about Mr. James is his ever so sweet smile.
Hi, Mr. James.
Hi, Mr. James. Thank you for your great dedication and hard work on this wall.
We will remember you and you will be missed.
All the very best
and hope to see you again. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you for taking care of my kids. And you are a great principal.
I like Mr. James because he's nice and kind and he's not bossy. Thank you for a big smile. You go back to England safely and stay healthy, and I'll miss you very much. Also miss you really much. Bye bye. Bye. I love you. Thank you, Mr. James. I love you.
One of the things I like most about Mr. James is he always has a smile on his face.
You are superb. You are amazing. We will miss you as a good speaker and awesome master of ceremony, and we are going to miss you as a caring and loving head of family. James, take care.
Goodbye, Mr. James. Have a wonderful time in England. Thank you for everything. Bye.
Bye.
All the best. Thank you, Mr. James. We'll miss you.
Thank you for all that you've done for my family and I, welcoming them into KTJ, welcoming me into PTC, and making us feel like we are part of the family. All the best to you and your family. Please keep in touch.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Dear Mr. James, I will miss you. Your kindness and grace and your good morning greetings, but most of all, your 3 o'clock readings. So please remember your time here in this little painting. Hi, Mr. James. I'm really sad you're leaving to, what? Where is he leaving to?
He's going back to England.
Can you believe that?
And a great ending there to the video. I'm sure it's a very heartwarming video, and thank you to everyone who's contributed to that. And I'm sure that's a video that James will treasure forever. So I appreciate all of the input from all parents and students to that video. And thank you to Ivy and the PTC for putting that video together. Finally, on the videos, we have a student performance for you, James. So I will just get that started now.
Hi guys, my name is Susan, and I am going to sing you "Count on Me" by Bruno Mars to Mr. James for his farewell. Is it starting now? Yeah. If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of, when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you. 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Yeah, yeah. If we're tossing and turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you forget how much you mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of, when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. You'll always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye. You know you can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4 years, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah.
Yes, well, good evening, everyone. And I think that sort of video sort of really sums up in the message at the end that, in your time here, James, we really have been able to count on you. And so I have immense pride to be able to sort of speak on behalf of the primary school, the staff and the students and the parents here tonight. Just to sort of pay tribute really to the enormous impact that you've had on the whole primary school. Like I said, the students, the staff, the parents, and the whole school in your role as a member of SLT. And so I just want to sort of touch upon some of those really. So, I mean, people have commented all the way through the video tonight, on your positivity and your warmth, and you help to make the school day such a great, a great place for the children to come to school. KTJ is in a really amazing place, and you've sort of been at the forefront of that, whether it's the welcome smile at the beginning of the day, or whether it's sort of taking a real interest in what the children do. You know the children so well, and I think that sort of comes across in the messages, that the floods of messages that have been coming in on the chat today. You really are appreciated by all of the students. Like I mentioned, you know, there's been lots of talk about you know, your positivity and your warmth, and that is all true. But I think, you know, we also recognise that the amazing impact that you've had, you know, in terms of your curriculum development, your leadership, in terms of the strategic direction of the school. You've been such an inspiring figure for me personally, but also for the rest of the staff. I certainly know that, you know, everybody who's come to KTJ, they're going to be a much better teacher, going to be a much better learner, they're going to be a much better parent as a result of coming into contact with you and your leadership at the school. In terms of parents, you know, it's exactly right what Dr. Glenn said earlier as well. You know, there's a definite feel about KTJ, and you've helped to really drive that in the last 3 years. There's a real sense of warmth around the whole place. The way that parents are involved in children's learning, it really is you know, a fantastic partnership, and that really is, you know, something which runs throughout the school. You speak to parents, you speak to children, you speak to staff. You've helped to create a culture and an atmosphere where everything and everybody is celebrated. You know the children, you know the parents so well, and that's what, you know, that's why everyone feels so happy at school. KTJ is an amazingly happy place, and like I said, you're certainly you know, the true leader in its truest sense of the word there. I think about, in terms of sort of, you know, the work that you've done in terms of coffee mornings, in terms of communicating changes to the curriculum, changes to assessments. These have had huge impacts on children's progress and their learning, and parents certainly know exactly what's happening with their child's education. And you know, it's been such a you know, an upward curve over the last 3 years. I know that we've all learned lots from you, and I know that's something which we will continue to do. You know, we will miss you very much, but you've left the school in such a positive place, in such a great place, that we'll be able to continue that upward trajectory, and we'll continue to make KTJ such a special place. In terms of the staff, I know, certainly personally, I know such a huge impact you've had on me professionally. We've you know, we sort of worked our way together for the last 3 years. I've learned so much in terms of leadership. You know, I certainly like to think that we'll be continuing. You know, some of the things that you've left with the school and left with me certainly will be continuing as we approach next year. As Glenn said, you know, your impact will continue to be felt for years to come. And it's interesting, Dr. Glenn spoke to the school prefects earlier this year about sort of what legacy that they would leave, and I sort of was thinking about speaking tonight, and certainly your legacy will live long in the memory. You know, you've created such a happy, such a forward-thinking, such a positive school. I think to the school values, and I can't think of anyone who epitomizes the school values more than you. In everything that you do, every decision that you make, every sort of change, every interaction that you have with the children and parents and staff, you embody our school values more than anyone else, and you're a great role model, not just for students, but also for parents and for staff and the whole KTJ community as well. So that's such a fantastic thing for you to leave. I look at the development of staff throughout your time here. If you look not only at the people who are staying, you know, how you've progress them professionally and helping them to take on additional responsibilities, but also looking at staff who have left. And I know, having spoken to staff in the build up to this and the preparation, you know, just what a great impact that you've had on them professionally, but also personally as well. You continue to be a friend as well as a head of primary, and I know that I speak on behalf of all of the staff here to say that we truly are grateful for all of those things that you've given us over the last 3 years, and we hope that you won't be a stranger. I'm sure that you will be keeping in touch. We will definitely be making sure we are sort of sending you messages. We'd love to make contact with you again, and we hope that you visit Malaysia in the future as well. So I'd just like to say sort of a very, very big thank you once more on behalf of everybody here at KTJ. We will miss you dearly, but we will stay in touch, and we thank you for everything that you've done. So James, I'd like to invite you now, if you'd like to say a few words. You've had hundreds of messages, it seems like, coming through the chat box, and I know you probably be able to reply to all of them, but you know, it's definitely testament to the amazing impact that you've had at the school.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, everybody. I'll be honest, you've had me in tears during those videos. That was so special. And KTJ is such a special school, and it's a family, isn't it? So, you know, we really are going to miss everyone a great deal. So, yeah, we love Malaysia. We love KTJ. And it's been a wonderful place to be for the last 3 years. So thank you all so much, and thank you for the warm welcome you gave us when we arrived, and the joyful experience we've had whilst we've been here. So Catherine, Benji, Toby, and myself will miss every single one of you a great deal. It's such an amazing community, KTJ. Children, you're wonderful. I've loved working with every single one of you and helping you to learn. And I think you're amazing, actually, in the way that you work to those personal goals, the way that you handle yourself in school. I think there's great learning that goes on at KTJ, and I'm so proud to have been a part of it. It's been a real privilege for me. So thank you, children. I'm very well done. I'll miss you all a lot, but I will be in touch, and I do want to know how you're all getting on as well. Thank you to our amazing parents. We've got such supportive parents and such a lovely community at KTJ, and it really does feel like a partnership between home and school. So thank you all so much for the amazing support you've given. I mean, it's been a fun year this year, hasn't it, with the online learning happening, but the support that I felt from parents throughout that time has been absolutely amazing, and we couldn't have done it without you. So thank you so much. Our fabulous PTC, Ivy, Joanne, all our PTC committee, and the amazing volunteers. You do so much for the school, and we always talk, don't we, about how the main role of the PTC is to build that community, and that's exactly what you do. So thank you for that. Definitely some of my happiest memories of the school are when we get together for the Deepavali dress-up party, the Chinese New Year, Santa's arrival, the International Family Fun Day, Hari Raya Open House. All of these things are, a real sort of important part of what we do as a school. And yeah, so I'll greatly miss those amazing, spectacular events that are put on. We have fabulous teachers and teaching assistants at KTJ. We really do, and I'm blown away by what goes on in the classrooms. It's absolutely fantastic, and what has been a real treat to see is how the teachers have carried that online as well this year. So many thank you to our fantastic teachers and teaching assistants, and you do such a good job. So children, I know you're in really safe hands next year with our amazing teachers, teaching assistants, and also with Mr. Chris and Miss Michelle and Miss Haley and Mr. Daniel leading the staff as well. I'm delighted to be able to hand over to Mr. Chris, and I feel that things will continue to go on from strength to strength, which is absolutely all I could want. One of my sort of biggest desires really is to help develop people. I love developing the children, but I also really like working with staff in terms of development. So it was lovely to hear those messages. Really, there's a whole team though of people beyond the teachers and the teaching assistants who do such an amazing job at KTJ. So a really big thank you to our admin and office staff. Big thank you to Sheila and Kalish, who I'll greatly miss and who I've really enjoyed working with the last 3 years. To everyone who puts in all of the great effort in all of the different areas of the school, to our grounds and our maintenance and our dining teams, everyone who works so hard together to get the absolute best that we can for the students. I really believe in the school values. I really do. I think that if you can live your life with integrity and that you can show empathy and mutual respect, that's what a better way to live. And And it was what attracted me to the school in the first place, actually, was the, the real sense of values that the school has. So I will miss so much about it. We will miss so much about it. But we will be in touch, and there is no doubt Catherine is already thinking about booking holidays for the future when we're allowed to come back again. So, we will see you again. I've absolutely no doubt of that, and we will come and visit the school when we are in Malaysia. So many, many thanks for all those lovely words on the messages, and many thanks for the lovely words in the videos as well. I'm going again. It really has been a real pleasure. So thank you very much, everyone. Bye.
Thank you very much, James. And I don't think I can top anything that has already been said, other than to say thank you for everything that you've done for KTJ. A huge number of messages coming in, which I'm sure you'll get a chance to read through afterwards. A huge amount of goodwill, and so we wish you, Catherine, Benji and Toby, all the best as you return to the UK. And thank you for everything that you've done for KTJ, not just the primary school, but the whole school over the past 3 years. And you've made a huge impact across the school as a whole. We're obviously having a senior leadership team dinner to bid you and Catherine farewell tomorrow evening. And we have a gift for you, which we will give you then. And we're going to, really savor that opportunity to say goodbye to you in a more sort of intimate setting. But thank you for everyone for joining us this evening, and thank you for your messages for James, for contributing to the videos, and for your support of the school as a whole. I wish everyone a really lovely summer holiday. Rest up, enjoy your summer holiday. We're very much looking forward to having the school open fully in September. So thank you very much, and thank you to James and Chris for joining me this evening. And James, bon voyage.
Thank you very much, everyone. I'm sorry I'm crying now, but that's been such a lovely leaving. So thank you. I think credit to everyone for doing that whilst we're having to do everything online. That's been amazing, and I'll love taking those videos away. Actually, that's really kind of you all. So thank you so much, everyone, and take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.